which means that any organism with sufficient mass and cognitive capability is a potential vector. Is something wrong?
No, nothing.
Splendid, shall we? Unfortunately, my usefulness to this particular endeavor has come to an end. Protocol does not allow units with my classification to perform a task as important as the reunification of the index with the core. That final step is reserved for you, Reclaimer. Odd. That wasn't supposed to happen.
Oh, really?
Cortana.
I've spent the last 12 hours cooped up in here watching you toady about, helping that thing get set to slit our throats.
Hold on now. He's a friend.
Oh, I didn't realize. He's your pal, is he? Your chum? Do you have any idea what that bastard almost made you do?
Yes. Activate Halo's defenses and destroy the Flood, which is why we brought the index to the control center.
You mean this?
A construct in the core? That is absolutely unacceptable.
Sod off!
What impertinence! I shall purge you at once!
You sure that's a good idea?
How dare you? I'll...
Do what? I have the index. You can just float and sputter.
Enough! The Flood is spreading. If we activate Halo's defenses, we can wipe them out.
You have no idea how this ring works, do you? Why the Forerunners built it? Halo doesn't kill Flood. It kills their food. Humans, Covenant, whatever. We're all equally edible. The only way to stop the Flood is to starve them to death. And that's exactly what Halo is designed to do. Wipe the galaxy clean of all sentient life. You don't believe me? Ask him.
Is it true?
More or less. Technically, this installation's pulse has a maximum effective radius of 25,000 light years. But once the others follow suit, this galaxy will be quite devoid of life. Or at least any life with sufficient biomass to sustain the Flood. But you already knew that. I mean, how couldn't you?
Left out that little detail, did he?
We have followed outbreak containment procedure to the letter. You were with me each step of the way as we managed this crisis.
Chief, I'm picking up movement.
Why would you hesitate to do what you've already done?
We need to go. Right now.
Last time you asked me, if it were my choice, would I do it? Having had considerable time to ponder your query, my answer has not changed. There is no choice. We must activate the ring.
Get us out of here.
If you are unwilling to help, I will simply find another. Still, I must have the index. Give your construct to me, or I will be forced to take her from you.
That's not going to happen.
So be it. Save his head. Dispose of the rest.
Look out!
Alright, that was the big Act 2 turn, everyone. It's Chris here, we're playing Halo Combat Evolved. We're on the level 2 Betrayals. Now, as you heard from that rather lengthy cutscene, this installation was not meant to do anything but destroy pretty much all life in the galaxy, surprisingly enough.
We can't let the Monitor activate Halo. We have to stop him. We have to destroy Halo. According to my analysis of the available data, I believe the best course of action is somewhat risky. An explosion of sufficient size will help destabilize the ring, and will cut through a number of primary systems. We need to trigger a detonation on a large scale, however. A starship's fusion reactors going critical would do the job.
Alright, well...
I'm going to search what's left of the Covenant BattleNet and see if I can locate the Pillar of Autumn's crash site. If the ship's fusion reactors are still relatively intact, we can use them to destroy Halo.
Alright, now I hope that Cortana's on the way, and as per usual, we now have pretty much no health left. And we're out of batteries. Let's see if we can stick them. Now, remember, like I said, like a whole bunch of levels ago, I think it was on Truth and Reconciliation, that Cortana was originally intended to have a British voice actress. And you can tell from like the line like there, like the "sod off" line, that's actually British slang. That's English slang. Sod off would be in North American English, American and Canadian English, essentially the equivalent of piss off. Now, it's when I was reading the Halo books, that hold on a second. Sorry about that. I had to step away for just a moment. My mistake. Now, I was a big reader of the Halo books, as I've mentioned on several occasions. And one of the things that really stood out to me was...
I haven't located the crash site yet, but we need to buy some time, in case the Monitor or his Sentinels find a way to activate Halo's final weapon without the Index. The machinery in these canyons are Halo's primary firing mechanisms. They consist of 3 phase pulse generators that amplify Halo's signal and allow it to fire deep into space. The power levels are enormous. I can't even begin to calculate the pulse's range. So, if we damage or destroy these generators, the Monitor will need to repair them before Halo can be used. That should buy us some time. I'm marking the location of the nearest pulse generator with a nav point. We need to move in and neutralize the device.
You done, Cortana? You sure? Because I'll give you I'll give you another minute if you really want to. Okay, so I'm going to assume that it's okay to talk now. Now, as I mentioned on several other videos, that I was a big fan of the Halo books. I really loved to read them. So the story of the games was something that I was really attached to. And one of the things that stood out to me, especially in the later years, especially in the 343 era of Halo, was the concept of the Forerunners and who the Forerunners really were. Now, it shouldn't really be a secret anymore, since it's been quite some time since the games were released, and now the storyline's actually changed, that Bungie's original plan for the Forerunners was that the humans themselves were supposed to be the Forerunners. Evidence of this came from Ensemble Studios, creator of Halo Wars. Between 2005 and 2007, the company wanted to make a Halo MMO, and of course, it wanted to portray humans as Forerunners, which was Bungie's original plan all along, as you can see in the design here. Humans here were supposed to have hard-light technology and magic that wanted to make it more of a space fantasy MMO. And in this picture you can see here, these were Forerunners as Bungie intended them, and they kind of looked a little bit like Atlanteans. Weird. That's why a lot of the stuff here seems to be geared towards human use, or why the Master Chief just taps random buttons and it doesn't do things like cinch him on the spot. Oh, die. There you go, blew his face off. I think we can actually have more than 3 bars of health this time around. I'd be so happy if that were the case. Now, humans were actually supposed to be the Forerunners, and that was the case up until Halo 3. And after that, it was that the Forerunners were now supposed to be a different race altogether. And I don't feel bad about spoiling this, since it's been some time since the game was released. That in Halo 3, Guilty Spark states that pretty much that humans... Oh, I don't want to die. I don't want to die. Not now. Ah! That Guilty Spark states that humans are supposed to be Forerunners with the line, like, you are Forerunner. However, since the storyline has changed so much, it can be interpreted differently. That was why I was shooting my mouth off without thinking about it in the last episode. It's in the library, where I noticed that the doors were too small for Forerunner life workers to use because, well, Forerunners were actually supposed to be human-sized. Line up. I wasted a shot there. Now, also at this point in time, I think it's fair to notice that this is starting to look a little bit familiar to us. Now, the game has started to enter the sort of the backtracking sort of gameplay element, and that's the following missions that are going to pretty much be the same. Hang on, we're going to see if we can get this done here. I'm going to quiet down just for a minute. Hang on.
Wait, we should commandeer one of those Banshees. We'll need it to reach the pulse generator in time.
That would have made our job a whole lot easier if we were able to nail that tank driver. And we're out of sniper rifle bullets, because I can't hit anything. But we got a rocket launcher, that's okay. So we're just going to need to swap this up over here. Save our ammo, persevere, be badass, and we'll be able to demolish that tank. Actually, I want to get rid of that elite. Zealot! At least he doesn't have a sword this time, so I should give thanks, I suppose. Thanks to Lord Helix. Oh yeah, anyone who hasn't heard by now, and I'm recording this video on March 1st, that Twitch has successfully beaten Pokemon. Now, that has absolutely nothing to do with the game at hand, but I feel that that's something that should be mentioned because it's an achievement in itself. And I appreciate the fact that they were able to do so with minimal fussing. I'm gonna reload. Now, I hear that they're actually going to begin tomorrow on Sunday the 2nd, and I hear that the game that they're going to be doing is Gold and Silver, and another one of my favorite Pokemon games. I got to get around here. I'm going to get trounced. I'm going to get demolished. Okay, let's hide in the crevice here. I guess that works. Now, I forget how many rockets that these tanks are going to need to take. This is going to be a 20-minute video for sure, because just the sheer length of it all. I think it was 3 rockets. I don't remember exactly. Ooh, down the hole, get in the hole, Chief. Oh man, this is challenging to say the least. Just got to account for its movement. Oh no! Well, that was gonna happen. Okay, let's try to take down that driver again. It's gonna make my life so much easier.
Wait,
there we go.
We should commandeer one of those banshees. We'll need it to reach the pulse generator in time.
We'll take down that guy. Basically, let's get the elites. Let's see if I'm lucky enough to get the zealot. If I can get the zealot, I'm golden. I'm sailing. Now, on lower difficulties, my strategy would just be to run through this and just hope for the best. But I don't think that's going to be an option here. Send this guy a little present. Drop the night vision, I can't see anything. One more shot, one more shot. Coax him out. And down he goes. There goes the zealot. Okay, now that the enemy should be sufficiently demoralized, let's push forward. Now, truly, this is Assault on the Control Center, but has a few more twists involved, and that's what I really liked about this. I mean, for starters, it's now nighttime. It has been about 12 hours since Chief was here last.
Moving. The nav point marks our target.
Okay, we're making some good progress here. Well, I mean, we just started, but that's what I hope anyway. This is going to open up. Let's spray that in there. Those little death screams are incredibly funny, and that's they were really out there, especially for here. Now, I could just let that Banshee fall if I really want to, because we're going to get a new one anyway. No flood yet, but we know that they're going to show up. God, I miss my Marines already. It would have made this so much more bearable.
That's the pulse generator. The center core is the signal amplifier. That's what we need to shut down.
Poke it with a stick.
We need to interrupt the pulse generator's energy stream. I've adjusted your shield system so that it will deliver an EMP burst to disrupt the generator, but you'll need to walk into the beam to trigger it.
Was that all?
The EMP blast should neutralize the generator, but it will also drain your shields and leave you vulnerable until they recharge.
Let's do it. Get out of there, Chief.
Objective accomplished. The pulse generator has overloaded. Scanning.
Oop, hi there.
The generator's central core is offline. Well done.
Now, when you disable these generators, that pretty much sets off a whole bunch of alarm bells to the Sentinels, and they come rushing in to say, hey, don't break our shit, moron. And wow, these guys are tough so far on Heroic. And we lost our shield, so we're going to get roasted unless we move quickly. And the Sentinels have beams, and the beams are surprisingly very powerful, even on all difficulties. That means that, well, things are going to have to, we're going to have to be careful, especially when we're in the Banshees.
In the adjacent canyon. Move out, and I'll mark the target with a nav point when we get closer.
The shift is the tone, like the darkness, and I'm going to be doing this like I'm going to play the English student on this one, and that we know that the darkness of the canyon could be symbolic of how the story has become a whole lot more darker. The fact that you're all alone sort of sort of emphasizes the fact that the stakes have been raised, and that, well, that we know that it's no longer a lighthearted adventure to save the universe, but
Head through that door. That's the way to the next canyon.
but it's a trial against this major threat that nobody could have foreseen, nobody could have realized. And back in the day when this came out, well, it feels so strange saying that. Now, back when this came out, of course, this was like a major twist to us. We knew that Halo was a weapon, but we didn't know we didn't know that it was that sort of weapon. Why are you growling? You beat me. See, we knew that Halo was a weapon, but we didn't know it was that sort of weapon capable of wiping out all life in the galaxy. So that was surprisingly a rather strange and, well, shocking turn. To think that, wow, you mean this whole thing's a weapon? I mean, it can't be a weapon. There's a whole bunch of cool stuff on it. We're gonna have to play smart. Okay. Okay, there's a bunch of grunts, but where's that elite? Oop! Oh, we missed! I'm gonna run away too. Man, I am so close to death. I've been courting with death pretty much this whole thing. Where am I going? Which way am I going? Oh, there it is. The glowing tunnel, which is in no way telling me to go forward. You know, I don't even mind the fact that it's basically just a level backwards. It's sort of like it is backtracking, but in a way it kind of makes sense. But did you take out the elite too? Oh god, I love grunts. I love grunts. The fact that you're so stupid and cowardly amuses me. And here we go. These cuddly guys over here. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. But this is also a chance for us to get some of our ammunition back. Health back. Oh, here's another fun fact, and those elites reminded me, is that the elites are played by David Scully, who also plays Sergeant Johnson. So if you were to actually play the elites lines backwards and speed them up a little bit, you would hear Sergeant Johnson's voice. Who shot me? Jackal. And I thought that was kind of cool. And of course, I think this would be the only game where Scully would actually play the elites. Because there were a lot more actors, of course, when Halo 2 came out. Bye-bye. Okay, more shotgun ammunition. 2 full tubes. Ooh. Blow the zealot away. Where are you running? Here's a parting gift. Muchachos. Okay. Oh, we didn't even need it. We just wasted 2 grenades. Move, buddy. You deserved it. Wiping them away. Okay, we're close to running out of time. So, I'm going to see if I can get to a checkpoint, and we'll end it. Maybe a little bit early. We still got a couple minutes, though. So, who knows. I'll go as far as we can, but I might have to save on the bridge. Oh man. Is this the one where the Banshees? Or is it later? God, I hate this bridge. I hate this bridge. Especially on this playthrough. I love this game. Explosions can go through walls. There, it's stuck. Clear them up. Bam. Oh, that's right, they can jump over. I forgot about that. Yeah, these guys are all Cirque du Soleil artists. They can jump incredible distances, but that doesn't matter because we struck by them anyway. Haha, I'm better than you. Another checkpoint. Oh, the silence is so disconcerting. I don't like it. And the breathing, too. Oh, yes, glorious ammo. Looking good, looking good. But my health concerns me. Yep. Ah! Well, this is gonna be another one of those levels. Not really as infuriating as a library, thank God, but it's gonna be one of those levels, and you gotta thank the Flood for that. Anyways, I want to thank all you guys for watching me so far. I really hope that you enjoy my videos. And that maybe you like and subscribe if you really enjoy them, but not to see me die, of course. That's not in the plan. But I hope that you like them, and like and subscribe, and keep on tuning in, because I'm always going to be putting out videos whenever I can. This is Actual, and I'm signing off.